This last week we've had some time out in the field filming different things that we're working on and talking to people involved in our projects, and we've spent some time just getting some comments from them and learning about what they're doing on ground, and also learning about how they've solved problems. The training is something that we can learn now and we can continually improve, but also it's a way of just, I guess, recording the things that we're doing and being a bit more involved with the community, and the community can also they probably learn better from looking at other people in their community doing things, so we want to be able to take these messages in a format that they're used to and they're familiar with.
Yeah, so the idea is that we're recording farmer knowledge for both your use and for showing your family and the people around you, but also to communicate the issues to the people who sponsor our organisation, the Australian Government, and other organisations who might fund us.
Yeah, really looking forward to using this tool to engage with our future partners in our next wind erosion project, particularly with the NRM officers in the region, the local governments, and a lot of the smaller farmer groups, because I think the farmer groups particularly will find benefit in seeing what other farmers are doing, and rather than just telling someone about something, you can actually show them pictures and show them footage, and I think that's a really exciting tool.
Wind erosion is a problem here, and it's always been a problem because we're in a semi-arid zone here, and if we don't get keep the cover on the soil or keep the vegetation in place, wind erosion will become a real problem. Also, if we can work the soil too much, that is also an added problem. But some years we have long dry periods, and that's what we've had this particular autumn and early winter, where we have had...
The broader community, it shows the same enthusiasm, and once they actually gain some knowledge on how amazing some of the stuff is out here, they just jump at the chance to be involved and to participate in the conservation of those things.
What we're doing here is we've got 50 hectares of revegetation, rehabilitation. As you can see from that hill over there, it's pretty degraded country. So we've started, this is the very back end of the property. So the idea is that we start back here. We continue to utilise the other parts of the property for grazing and cropping and draw an income from that. But as we progress this activity of tree planting, we'll eventually move back down to the homestead and all the way to the river, and basically have all the native species of this area back on country. So from that perspective, that environmental perspective, I think we already can see the transformation happening, but on a more important level, spiritually and culturally, this is where we want to start regenerating the country, or Budjar as we say, with Nitya Born planting these trees, and all these trees are significant trees. They all have cultural and spiritual and ceremonial purposes for our culture.
Since that we really need to try and inform other people as to how diverse the things are on their remnant bush, on their properties, and how important they are. And when you do that, you start to get all excited about protecting those particular areas and enhancing them and enlarging them and linking them. And we did that over the last 20 plus years, and with hundreds of thousands of trees and shrubs and so forth. And a lot of them weren't all that easy to establish. But the amount of birds have come back, I know, as a young, and other animals have increased dramatically in numbers.
Where these trees grow, sometimes along creek beds and things, you can be sure that there's going to be water under the ground, because even in the
it's really exciting to use this media tool to record and to do to show what we're doing, and I think it's shown to be really effective, and I think it can be effective in all areas, and we're learning a lot from the things that have been produced already, and I think we can continue to learn and we can continue to work together to use the same tools and to have a really good outcome for our community and for our environment.
As far as the knowledge bank, we're actually losing a lot of knowledge with the older farmers leaving the industry, and it's amazing how old becomes new in a lot of places. You know, for heaven's sake, if you asked me 5 years ago about a moldboard plough, I would have laughed at you. I said, well, you were joking. You know, we're into no-till, conservation tillage, not working the country too much, so it'll blow away and all that sort of carry on. But now we're going, we actually have to learn from our forefathers about how did you operate a moldboard plough? How do you operate a plough properly? So actually recording and getting that down on paper or visually, or audio-visually like this, is extremely handy.
Yeah, there's been, I guess, a handing down of a certain amount of history from the farm in the early days. They must have had a real battle because a lot of the farms were very small, and it was subsistence farming, and at one stage they had pigs and they had chooks, and they'd send the eggs to Perth on the train, and I don't know how they survived, I really don't.
I think, yeah, I guess the way that the Wheatbelt NRM is going, I'm really excited for the future programs that we've got and some of the things that we're starting to move towards, which is working closely with the community and using tools like this media to engage more closely and more targeted with the work that we're doing, so that we can achieve our outcomes with a lot less work, but a lot better outcome as well. So yeah, really looking forward to how this is going to unfold in the next 2 years, 4 years, as we continue our projects.